My education is in civil engineering. I have a state of Florida general contractor's license, home inspector's license, underground utility, plumbing, and sales associate. I think one of the first things that a homeowner or a renter should do is to actually walk around the exterior of their unit and take a look at the doors and the windows and see how the seal is on them. Because that is the one thing that you do not want to happen during any type of storm, whether it's a tropical storm, whether it's an intense rainstorm or a hurricane, is to have that movement. Well, as a renter, you're ultimately responsible for your safety and the safety of your belongings. And sometimes whether the property manager, the homeowner, or the actual owner of the building might have shutters for your particular unit. But otherwise, you're going to be responsible for yourself. So that's why it's important not only for homeowners, but also for renters to go around, take a look-see, and see what you're up against. The landlord might have told you that you have impact windows. Number one, impact windows are very, very expensive, and they're probably only installed on newer homes or apartment buildings due to the new regulations with the Florida building codes. But you got to figure that if you're living in an older apartment, probably you're not going to have impact windows, which means you're going to have to cover those windows to try and protect yourself, your family, your belongings. What I would recommend is when you move into your unit, especially if you're going to be living there for at least a year, you might encounter at least one storm. So keep that in the back of your mind. So buy the plywood early. Of course, August is not the time to start worrying about, I think the beginning of hurricane season is June. Okay, June 1st. It's the most affordable. It's difficult, cumbersome to handle and install, but almost anybody can cut it to fit a particular window and basically use screw and wing nuts to hold it into place. The doors itself, basically sometimes people here have glass doors, right? And they might have wood doors. They might have aluminum or steel doors. But basically a door, when it seals, you can tell that it's sealed. And a lot of times if you have a wood door, obviously it might become warped in the Florida weather as it expands and contracts. So it might not seal as good as it did when it was originally installed. At this point in time, you could replace it. Some of the different hardware stores might have items that could secure it or attempt to secure it a little bit more so than it is. Possibly if you have a double door, possibly around the two handles together, so that they don't come loose. And if you're in an older home and the landlord does say that you have impact windows, you can always investigate. You can always go down to the building department, and they'll pull the records and they'll let you know. The only, what we all know about the exterior of our home is to make sure there's nothing laying in the yard, no furniture. But also we've got, might have an exterior light fixture. Definitely need to remove those because those be dangerous as far as glass and or electrical problems. If we have a home with a garage door, it's also a good idea to check and see if you have some of those manual locks on the side. And that would be relatively easy to buy at Home Depot or whatever to secure that garage door even more. But once again, with the new Florida Building Code rules and regulations, the garage door integrity has been improved within the last couple of years. So any newer homes, obviously they don't have to worry.